2025 is coming to an end, and I've taken a look at all my previous videos, and I've done quite a few on mini PCs with the focus of gaming, emulation, and some PC gaming. And I probably still have a few mini PCs to do reviews on this year, but I wanted to take a look back at a handful of some of my top picks so far of the year. So I'm going to do a quick overview of some of the best mini PCs that I think, in my opinion, are worth taking a look at. So I picked 5 of them from a couple of my favorite brands out there. So we're just going to quickly go through this and just kind of give you the rundown on them. So first up is the Geekom A6, and I will have links to everything down below and the price points. All of these are going to be varying price points. I kind of selected ones that were all like different price points. They're not all around the same. So this one, the Geekom A6, is a AMD Ryzen 7 6800H CPU with 8 cores, 16 threads at 4.7 gigahertz. This model that I have is 32 gigabytes DDR5 RAM, 1 terabyte SSD. Currently around 460-ish bucks on Amazon. It's got a Radeon 680M GPU integrated, Wi-Fi 6E, Bluetooth 5.2. Always with the SD card slot on the side. We have an extra M2 slot inside. On the outside, we got 2 USB 3.2s in the front. On the back, we got HDMI 2.0 times 2. We got 2 USB-Cs, a USB 2.0, and a USB 3.2. So decent amount of input outputs, up to 4 displays if you want to. Played a few games with this one. Space Marine 2, low settings, 40 to 50 FPS. Nice. Final Fantasy VII Remake, no problems. King of Fighters 14, no problems. Emulation from Dreamcast to Wii U, really no issues, even with a Switch. But you got to keep your expectations in check a bit. Now, moving on, the Minis Forum M1 Pro 285H. This one's a little higher up on the price list here at around 850 bucks. This is an AI mini PC. It's an Intel Core Ultra 9 processor. The 285H, 16 cores, 16 threads, up to 5.4 gigahertz. It's got that Intel Arc 140T GPU, and then that Intel NPU, Neural Processing Unit. It's a dedicated AI accelerator to run AI workloads more efficient. It's for like AI stuff instead of using CPU or GPU dedicated to that. Just more efficient. This model that I have is 32 gigabytes DDR5 RAM, 1 terabyte SSD. We have Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 5.4. It is Oculink ready for an external GPU. Now, as far as input outputs, don't have quite as many, but we do have 2 USB 3.2s on the front, a USB Type-C 4.0 also there. On the back, we do have a DisplayPort 1.4, HDMI 2.1, a USB 2.0, and then another USB-C. On this one, I ran Doom Dark Ages. It ran great. Pretty much a lot of PC games, all the new stuff was running decent. And then emulation as well. Pretty much anything you're going to want to run is going to run decently well here. Everything up the Switch was fine. Wii U, Sega Saturn, so on and so forth. Now going back to Geekom, the IT13, this one's around the $650 price point. This one's a 13th gen Intel Core i9 13900 HK CPU, 14 cores, 20 threads at 5.4 gigahertz. The model I have is a 32 gigabyte DDR4 RAM, 1 terabyte SSD, has those Intel Iris Xe graphics built in, Wi-Fi 6E, Bluetooth 5.2, again with the SD card reader. Love that they do that. We have 2 USB 3.2s up front. On the back, we have HDMI 2.0, a couple of them, 2 USB-Cs, USB 2.0, and a USB 3.2. Again, up to 4 displays if you want. We have the extra M2 slot on the inside and also a 2.5-inch SATA drive slot on the inside of the case as well. Now, I tested emulation, PC gaming, so on and so forth. PSP, PS2 was great, GameCube, Wii U, Switch was perfect on this thing. PC gaming, I noticed if it required ray tracing, it was kind of a no-go here with the Intel Iris graphics. But a lot of higher-end games for PC will run decently well here. Just got to keep that ray tracing stuff in mind. Now, going back down to Minis Forum, the The UM880 Plus, this one's around the $520 price point. This one's an AMD Ryzen 7 8845HS, 8-core, 16-thread, 5.1 gigahertz CPU, has the Radeon 780M GPU integrated. The model that I had is a 32 gigabyte DDR5 RAM with 1 terabyte SSD. It is Oculink port ready to run an external GPU again. Has Wi-Fi 6E, Bluetooth 5.3. In the front, we have two USB 3.2s. On the back, two USB 2.0s, a USB 4 Type-C, HDMI 2.1, and DisplayPort 1.4. As far as PC gaming went, I ran Doom Dark Ages, FSR balanced. I was getting around 40 to 50 FPS playing on medium settings. I noticed Indiana Jones was running great. Emulation, pretty much everything, GameCube, Wii U, everything up the Switch ran fine. So yeah, decent one to take a look at. Now going back to rounding out the list, the final one, the Geekom A5. This one's lower on the budget. It's around $290. This is an AMD Ryzen 5 743 OU 6-core 12-thread 4.3 gigahertz CPU. It's a Radeon RX Vega 7 graphics integrated, 16 gigabytes DDR4 RAM, 512 gigabyte SSD is the one that I had. Always with the SD card reader slot. I love that because it comes in handy where you can just pop in a SD card with like an emulation build, Coin Ops or something, or if you want to boot into Batocera or something, you could put a build on an SD card, pop it into that slot, and you're not taking up the storage on the actual system, you know, what you have on the SSD. I find that comes in handy. So I always love that Geekom puts those SD card readers on a vast majority of their mini PCs that I've seen anyway. So yeah, that does come in handy. I really like that. But moving on here, we do have Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.2, two USB 3.2s up front. On the back, we have HDMI 2.0 times 2. Got two of those, two USB-Cs, a USB 2.0 and a USB 3.2. So again, up to 4 displays. And we do have an extra M2 slot on the inside. And again, which I found nice for this like cheaper priced mini PC, we do have that 2.5-inch SATA drive slot on the inside of the case that you can mount. So that was pretty cool. So for this mini PC, definitely got to have your expectations in check with that, you know, Vega 7 graphics and the Ryzen 5 CPU. Indie low stuff for PC gaming is going to be fine. Some, you know, lower demanding 3D stuff is going to be fine. But like no newer stuff, like no Doom or Indiana Jones. But there is going to be a lot of newer stuff that will run okay. Like Final Fantasy VII Remake plays just great. Like as far as emulation goes, higher end stuff as far as like Nintendo Switch, no, not really. Maybe some like lesser demanding games will be okay with that, but stuff like Mario Odyssey, nah, it runs really sluggish. So not really so much past PlayStation 2, but things like Wii is okay. Wii U is a little hit and miss. GameCube is okay. There's going to be a lot of things that play just fine on that system. For a budget setup, I think it's fine for a little emulation setup and playing some PC games. Definitely a nice one to look at. But yeah, this is my list of some of my favorites so far this year. Take a look. I'll put links to all the videos, the full videos down below, and all the links to the items that I talked about. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.